What's up, everyone? Welcome to American Coffee Trip. I'm your host, Connor, and follow me as I go around doing single sip reviews, finding the best possible coffee shops. Now, I have done a welcome video before. It was a lot more janky. My sense of direction, not only for myself, but for the channel itself, has changed quite significantly since then. If you guys have been following up until now, you know I've done 3 different series. One definitely having emphasis over the other ones. Single sip, that will be continuing with daily uploads every single day. I'm still working on the 3 days in LA trip. Obviously, I'm not in Los Angeles right now. I'm in my new home base in Troy, New York. Now, single sip, for those of you who don't know, is very simple. What I do is I go to coffee shops, local coffee shops everywhere. I order a 12-ounce latte, preferably in a ceramic mug. I take 1 sip, 1 take, and then I score it 1 through 10. I'm looking basically for 3 different things. I'm looking for milk quality. Is that milk breaking up? Does it taste good? Is it sour? Is it transferring the tasting notes from the espresso through to my palate? Number 2, I'm checking for the espresso itself. Is the espresso well dialed in? Is the equipment really clean? Because, you can get old, gummy, over-extracted espresso in your drink, tiger spotting, all these different things. And the third thing I'm looking for is integration. So the barista on staff at the time really absolutely matters. They make a significant impact on how that drink really comes out in the end. So despite the fact that I have gotten comments on how I shouldn't be doing this and all that stuff, and anyone building anything, if you're building something too, and you get criticism, that just comes with the deal. You're going to always get flack for whatever you're doing, but just keep pushing yourself, keep doing it. And this is my dream. The American Coffee Trip is my dream for the future, for what I want, how I want people to treat each other, for what people can really be, because I think people are more than they give themselves credit for. And I think people don't really know what they're truly capable of. They don't know that something that they do, that they love, they can really harness that and build something from that. American Coffee Trip is really about that, and doing that through the coffee community, through uniting all the craftsmen everywhere, all those people who have a passion for coffee, who have all their stuff dialed in. That is the point. And finding great, wonderful coffee shops as well really speaks to the town, the city, the community, and how much effort and emphasis there is on a people-driven society. And great coffee shops as well, too, are just a place to relax, a place to open up, break bread. There is a lot of division in this world, and there's a lot of anger being thrown around. And my hope is that this project, through Single Sip, allows you to find the best coffee possible. Retire from Dunkin' Donuts, retire from Starbucks, Aroma Joe's, all the chain coffee shops, and start experiencing people-driven businesses, small business owners with craft coffee, craft selection. Because usually when the coffee is really good, everything else is amazing. And the friendships I've made, the people I've broke bread with, it's a night and day difference. The difference between people who don't care about what they do and the difference between those that do. So Single Sip will be continuing. All of New England is pretty much reviewed. Every once in a while, 1 or 2 shops pops up that, there's one in Manchester, New Hampshire I have to go back and review. And then there's also one in Southern Connecticut that I'll also be reviewing. Yeah, see, this is one take as well. I'm just kind of speaking here. And it's never going to stop that way, because I want to be authentic. I want to be real. I don't want to say that my life is doing well all the time, because fucking hell, it has been a roller coaster ride up until now. I had a falling out with 1A Coffee recently because my mental health was doing absolutely horrific up where I used to live. But instead of rolling over and giving up, I took that as an opportunity. I finished reviewing New England, and then I discovered Albany and Troy. And I discovered the place that ended up drawing me here, Jacob Alejandro. I'm wearing the shirt now because I actually have to go to work later today. But I feel very blessed to be working for a company that's run by two people that have an extreme passion for coffee, as well as people who are masters in their craft, especially Alejandro. He's over in London right now, competing in Coffee Masters. One of the best on the planet. I look up to him. I look up to everyone there because the people there really care about what they do. That's reflected in the review, and that's reflected in the reviews of all the other top pick coffee shops that I've found that have just blown me away. They've just provided an experience and a space that I could come back to over and over again. A place where people with differences come together, they drop those differences, and they make real connections there. And that's what this is all about. And now I feel like I'm working for a better company, learning much more than I ever could have at 1A. And what that will do as well is it will allow me to bring better content for you guys. It'll allow me to be in a better place to produce more content. So that's what I'm hoping that this move really does. And now I have my own apartment. This kitchen, you guys will see it in future videos. On another series, I want to talk about slinging sips. Now, if you guys have seen slinging sips before, you know it's janky. It was totally out of the blue. And I had very little idea what I was doing. I was just like, I want to do a point of view series, slinging sips. I made latte in the shop and all that. And I'm starting to realize that's not going to work. What I actually want this series to be now is, and I just bought a couple bags of coffee today, so I might as well show you. All right. Another great coffee shop in the city, as well as Albany. Jacob Alejandro is also in Albany. You have Alias Coffees, so I'd like to be reviewing their coffees pretty soon. The owner, Hernan, is an amazing guy as well. I just went to a jazz event recently. I signed up for another one later this month. World-renowned Joe Farnsworth, he's a jazz drummer, legendary, is going to be playing. Another reason why I moved to Troy, New York, hot diggity damn, the culture here is flying off the shelves. The music scene is amazing. It's a very tightly knit community that really cares about what they do, and the development and the money being put into this place means that Troy has a very bright future ahead. Unlike Dover, where I was, one of the major complaints I had was that the mountain was not people-driven, and the mountain was the driving point of that entire area, both Dover and Wilmington, which made any efforts to make small businesses, small successful businesses, beholden to the corporation that owned the mountain. But anyways, back to slinging sips. I will be doing single sip reviews of coffees as well. I figured, why just limit it to lattes? I'm going to talk about coffees as well. And I'm going to be using a 4-pour method on my pour over setup right here. I've got DAC Coffee Roasters coffee. What is this? This is a single origin Colombia. And then I've got Nomad, which is also a single origin Colombia. So reviews for these will be coming out very soon, and this will kind of set the framework for slinging sips to come in the future. The next thing I want to take note of, and let me put these back. The other series that you guys have probably seen on the channel is Backcountry Barista. Now, funny thing about that has also kind of been out of the blue, sort of unfiltered, looking for its directions. Singlesip has kind of been the only series that has been like kind of the core of this channel, something that's had real direction to it, something that is very much dialed in. I have a really, good process for reviewing coffees now. And every single year, I'll also have a series in conjunction called Second Sip, which is just basically a shortened single sip version. And that's going back to coffee shops I had been to, either because I decided this is a shop I need to go back to. I feel like maybe my thinking on the shop may have been off, or the quality may have not been living up to what I had reviewed it as, or the other way around. Maybe I had been too critical and too harsh on it, and it was actually better than I had reviewed it. So I want to constantly update the map in that sort of way. Number 2 is the shop, and this won't really become a thing until June 1st. I'm going to be opening up a lot more with American Coffee Trip, including monetization and community opportunities, and the creation of Council of the Sip, which is, entrepreneurs from top pick coffee shops from every single region I've reviewed coming together as a board, and then we will together share ideas and decide kind of the future of American Coffee Trip. The sooner I can get ideas away from just my own brain to then allow access to other people to then put input in would be hugely beneficial. I need more critical minds. I need more minds on this project. This is really a community building project. This isn't a me building project, even though I'm going to be your humble presenter throughout all of it, traveling the world, hiking mountains, doing all that good stuff. Backcountry Barista has been me going out to those mountains. And up until now, I've just been recording clips of me. Oh, I'm here at this mountain. Here's some trail footage. And here's the top. And here are the friends that I've brought along with me who've also made me who I am today. And I definitely want to incorporate a coffee element into that. Don't get me wrong. I am going to incorporate a coffee element into that. I am just poor. And I will not be poor quite soon. I'm going to be getting a propane tank so that way I can start actually brewing coffee in the woods. I have no way to cook food in the woods at the moment or brew hot water, which is definitely a downside. And a lot of it has just been the chaos of so many things going on in life, including this move itself has just been taking up a lot of my time, which has been a big reason why I haven't been consistent with American Coffee Trip. So Backcountry Barista will be facing changes in the future. There are a few more episodes of me just hiking and showing off the mountains, because another goal of American Coffee Trip is not, showing you these wonderful coffee shops, other artisan spots. I'll be mentioning breweries. I'll be mentioning bakeries, any place that really puts care and craft into what they do. Presenting coffee as obviously the pivotal center point of all of that. But presenting these mountains as well. The goal is that when you guys view my content, when you watch a coffee review, when you look on the map, if you watch some of my backcountry barista stuff and you look at some of these mountains, this should be motivation for you to get off your phones, to get off your media, to stop looking at me, and to go out there and explore. Go out there and do things, meet people, build yourself, build your mind, build your body, and really try to find your own purpose. And so I'm hoping to build upon that a lot more with Backcountry Barista. Now, for now, I won't be doing any more filming. For now, I'm going to be furnishing this apartment. Reviews will still be continuing because I have a lot of content backlogged. So I'll be continuing to review or continuing to release content on a daily basis. My next major project is going to be New York City. Now, I'm going to be getting rid of my car soon. So I will be taking the train down there and walking, running. Or if I have coffee shops that are a little bit more rural where I do have to drive, I'll be renting a car. So there will be no issues with continuing to review content for this project. I will always find ways to get out there, to do the hard work, and to get those reviews out to you guys because, you know, New England wasn't a stopping point. It was a starting point. This project is only just beginning. This first year was just figuring out what I wanted this project to be for you guys, for the community, and what you guys want this project to be as well. Because I have been listening and I've been humbled multiple times. And I bet I'll be continually humbled over and over again. I'll get better at presenting to you guys. I'll get better at communicating clearly to everyone else what I want this project to be. And I'm really hoping that this can be something that could bring us to a brighter future. Changing the world, one sip at a time. And with that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.